here's how I feel about Kakashi. I feel like a lot of characters are very complex characters. And they're like a lot of characters in Naruto in general, they're not like 100% good and they're not 100% bad. So it's really hard. You can't have like a simplified stance on someone like, oh, I just hate them or oh, I just love them. And that's how I feel about Kakashi. I don't hate him, but I don't love him either. I just think he's not ready for the responsibility of being like a sensei to a team. And he really lost me when he ditched both of them to only train Sasuke. I understand a lot of people, like the reasons people had of like, you know, Sasuke was in the tuning exams at the time she was out and he passed him to Turtleneck Sensei. But I don't know, I just felt like, especially considering who his sensei may or may not be, I would expect a little more like concern and loyalty to Naruto. That's a whole other conversation though, of the lack of respect and loyalty people had to Naruto's father and based on how they treat him in this story, but another time. So I just think he's not the best like sensei there is in Naruto. I think that there's probably other people that could have done better for the kids. I really do. And I do think that Kakashi always shows up in time, but it often feels like too little too late for me. It just feels so dramatic how he has to show up last minute, you know? And it's just like the unnecessary dramatics of it, the unnecessary stress of it. But also like he ditched them to focus on Sasuke and then he didn't even save Sasuke. You know, Sasuke still left the village. So if he was gonna give up on them because Sasuke needed it, at least do what you need to do for Sasuke and don't let him go down that path, you know? And he didn't even do that. But I'm kind of feel like there's this theme where he's like too little too late, you know? So I don't know. But what I do like about Kakashi is he knows how to show up and save the day. Like there's been multiple instances where he had to show up and like finish a fight or show up and like save people. And so I do, like, I'm gonna be honest, anytime there's something serious going on and Kakashi shows up, I'm like, thank God Kakashi's here to handle this because they can't handle it, you know? And I appreciate that about him. He also seems like he's a pretty, like he's not a very reactive and not a very like angry person. Like there's some other teachers, like I love Aruka, but he was constantly like losing his temper and yelling at the kids. Like they knew how to get a rise out of him, you know? And I feel like he doesn't let people get a rise out of him. He doesn't let people trigger him. You know, he stays pretty calm and he handles people pretty calmly. And I do appreciate that about him.